Hello. Happy Monday, is it? Yeah, happy Monday, guys. Friends. Mic is on. Friends, I bring ill tidings. I bring ill tidings. GameStop has rejected our plea for justice and are refusing to give us our refund, are refusing to give us what we are due, and are refusing to correct the injustice that was bequeathed onto 20 innocent degenerates not 1 week ago. So, um, rambling a bit, but basically, GameStop is not going to give us a $2,500 refund for our Lunar Pack, uh, where we pull this Alakazam level X in a PSA 9. So, our only recourse now is to accept the buyback, and I wanted to wait for the stream to just do this on camera, so like full transparency. It's not like I'm telling you guys that they won't give the refund, and uh actually they are, but yeah, gonna accept the refund, or gonna accept the buyback on stream. So we'll be getting $1,344 back, and split amongst 20 people. Let me see, 1344 and 29 split amongst 20. We will be getting $67.27 $67.21 back. And so that's like $58. So yeah. So basically we lost $58 on this little journey of ours, journey into one of the most degenerate things you could do. But hey, Luke Bongley. Yeah, so gonna do this on stream, but then I also for the rest of the stream have some other stuff planned. Cold Star Squirtle with let's all just rip it. Yeah, you know what? Like if we had everyone in chat and I was confident that everyone was able to make that decision instead of just accepting the buyback, then I would. But also, I'm not in the mood to give GameStop any more money right now. But as you can see, we only have 41 minutes to accept the buyback, so I will do that now. So everyone, let's say goodbye to this Alakazam level X PSA 9. Somehow it has become a really big part of our lives lately. Kind of sad to see it go, but not really. Kind of sad to see it go, but not really. All right, accepting the buyback. Say goodbye, guys. Say goodbye. We will hopefully we never see this card again unless we're pulling like platinum packs. And even if we pull a platinum pack, it's kind of just an okay hit, to be honest. And that's kind of the crux of why this whole ordeal was so lame. But yeah, okay, so that is sold. And then what else was I gonna do? And apparently the lunar packs are back, guys. The lunar packs are back. I thought it was limited time only, but apparently they probably made so much money that okay, so these are some pretty decent chases here. These are much better than the last time around. Wow. These are like markedly better than the last time around. What the heck? Because last time we only had like a few cards that were above like 18K, but now we have like 5. So it does look like there are 6 chases available. It looks like there are 6 chases available. So I guess because there's a 0.1% chance of pulling one of these, I'm guessing they're prepared to sell like 6,000 lunar packs, which let's do the math here. Oh my goodness. So they're expecting to make on these lunar packs gross, mind you, gross $15 million, guys. $15 million. When you consider what GameStop is doing at scale, the numbers have to be absolutely bonkers. $15 million they stand to gain gross from these lunar packs. But yeah, just take a long, good look at these. We will never see this again, at least not in the near future. But I did kind of want to go over exactly why, because so the reason why GameStop's message back to me, and the reason why they rejected is because they contact PSA, because I'm not really even sure how GameStop and PSA interacts with each other, because like one would think that GameStop customer service would supersede PSA, but it does seem like GameStop just listened to whatever PSA said, and the team at PSA, whoever's in charge of the power packs, they said that Card Ladder had this valued correctly. And to put it, and I'm paraphrasing a bit, but not by much. And the reason why they believe that is because they trust the Alakazam index. So this is basically, I did not buy Card Ladder. This is just a free trial. You will never catch me actually paying $20 a month for this ridiculous service. But this is Card Ladder. This is Card Ladder, and I did a little bit of a deep dive into how they actually value cards, and it is it's kind of insane. It's kind of a rabbit hole. It's like you feel like you stumbled upon like this crazy conspiracy, which is kind of part and parcel for what's going on with PSA now. Does anyone even trust PSA anymore? But yeah, so Collectors is owned. All right, so Card Ladder is owned by Collectors. Collectors is the parent company of PSA. Oh yeah, and the CEO of Collectors is on Game. So there's all this incestuous like stuff going on between these companies. It's a little bit of a little bit of a centipede thing going on here. But yeah, the corruption seemingly goes pretty deep, guys, because Card Ladder looks to be one of the most nonsensical valuation services that I've ever seen. And I'm going to make a video out of this, but this is just like this is just like a preview. And I do want to get like if any of you guys are like Card Ladder experts, I definitely want to get your guys' input. But so what Card Ladder states is that for any cards that don't have recent sales, they use the index to value it, and basically they use the index to gauge how much all Alakazam cards have appreciated since the last sale of whatever card you're looking at. So the last sale of this card was on September 5th. So they'll look at this index and see what the index was for Alakazam at September 5th compared to what the index is now, and then apply that multiplier. And that multiplier gives this card a $1,632 value, which I'm sure we can all agree is ridiculous. But this Alakazam index is really dumb. It's absolutely so stupid. So it says that there's only 42 cards in the Alakazam index, and Card Ladder explicitly states to be considered to be in an index for a certain whatever Pokemon, there has to be a recent sale of that card within the past 6 months. And so if you want to look at all the cards in the Alakazam index, none of these cards are newer than 2002, and they're basically all the same card. They're basically all the same card except for different grades. So we have, I think there's like 6. So we have a first edition Alakazam Holo. We have this Japanese Alakazam, no idea what this is. More Alakazam first edition Holos. We have a Sabrina's Alakazam. We have a Legendary Collection. So that's 4 so far. Then Gym Challenge Alakazam, that's 5. And I think that might be it. There might be one more that I missed. But this index only has 5 or 6 Alakazam cards in it. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe any Card Ladder experts can tell me what's going on. But I mean, some of these cards have like never had a sale. Look, like last sale. Okay, that was the last sale. December 28th, 2024. And supposedly to be eligible to be in the index, you have to have a sale within the last 4, 5, or 6 months. So no idea what's going on. A lot of this seems really suspicious. Yeah, and if you think that maybe they're splitting it up between like vintage and modern, then let's take a look at some recent Alakazams. So the 150 Alakazam is, forget what the 151 Alakazam is. There it is. Alakazam 201 from 151. One of the more recent Alakazams. It also uses this Alakazam index. So no idea what's going on. Like the index theory, I guess, works only if that index is a good representation of card valuation. And honestly, I don't even know how you can come up with like a reliable index for Pokemon cards, because vintage and modern, 2 completely different animals. Modern Pokemon cards fluctuate like crazy. Vintage doesn't really move all that much. Like if we want to look at, let's look at first edition Glurak Holo PSA 10. Probably like the most liquid vintage card. Doesn't really move that much compared to like Great Felt had Pikachu. Yeah, much more volatile. You see much more peaks. Well, it had a huge spike in August and September. As comparatively, Charizard kind of steady. I mean, there is some movement. It does also seem like vintage is on its way down. But yeah. So I mean, I don't. That's what Karl later states. And then for the reason that for the reason to be why we didn't get a refund, for the reason that I mean, if the reason is that card ladder is basically gospel, then it shouldn't be so easy to poke holes into the actual reliability of card ladder. So gonna make a video about it. Probably it'll be a fun video to make. I'm gonna go hard on card ladder. I'm gonna go hard on card ladder and PSA because of all the scandals that have been happening with PSA lately. I don't know if you guys heard, but someone submitted a ton of Pikachu Zekrom tag teams. They came back all nines, and then they accepted the buybacks. And when they went to look up the cert again, PSA had them, like a bunch of them, as PSA 10s. So I mean, if we can't trust that with a grading service, then there's really no point in using that grading service. So I don't know. I'm truly considering using Tag a lot more from now on. I've always liked Tag, but most important thing you need from these grading companies is, of course, transparency. And when there's no transparency, then there's really and if you're starting to degrade a public trust like this, then yeah, big opportunity for the other grading companies. So card ladder, yeah, Gabe, card ladder is more for sports cards. And the thing is, like, PSA has their own valuation service apparently, because like if we look at some of these some of the older cards in my collection where the buyback has lapsed, it'll have a card ladder valuation, and yeah, right here it'll have a card ladder valuation. Well, this one doesn't have a PSA, but some of them will have a card ladder, and also you guys are getting a glimpse into my collection of what I'm trying to sell right here. So so PSA has their own like valuation service apparently. Card ladder has this at 66, PSA has this at 178. So yeah, so it's weird. I don't really know, but I think it deserves looking into, and definitely deserves like investigation. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but yeah, considering how well my last video did, like kind of exposing GameStop's lunar packs, I'm probably gonna make another video. Oh, especially I'm gonna make another video saying that yeah, they denied the refund. But yeah, so that is about it. Oh, Mr. P, yeah, the rip card was not that great, but it was fun. It was fun. Oh, nice, Luke Bongley. You bought Alan and Ginter too. Yeah, that Larry David auto. Like the crazy thing is, those sell like crazy. People really want Larry David auto. So even if you don't care about Larry David, it's probably like a multiple $1,000 card, multiple tens of $1,000 cards. But yeah, so that is about it for today with regards to the recent drama with the Alakazam. Recently departed Alakazam. What I wanted to do mostly on this stream is grade some cards, guys. Grade some cards, and maybe get some input from you high gem rate folks as to whether or not these cards deserve grading. So I'm going to switch up the view here. I think we're done. And gonna go to my microscope view. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught the last stream where I did this, but I inspected a Bubble Mew under this microscope here, and then I got the centering, and then because this tool allows me to measure pretty exactly what the centering is, and then had chat rate whether or not they think this would get a 10. So I think this is pretty fun, and also I've been waiting to do this because I want to submit these all, and I was just waiting to get this content over with before I could submit. But now I might consider sending some of these to Tag, to be honest. Why do companies have to be so greedy, man? Yeah, the thing is, Leandro, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with like my history a little bit, with a little bit of the lore with these streams, but I briefly flirted with using Drip's online power pack services, and then it went pretty poorly. And then I had a meeting with Drip CEO because he wanted to make things right, as a normal company should. He refunded everyone for those packs. And it was nowhere near as egregious as what GameStop did. But so I mean, so Drip completely refunded me. Had a meeting with the CEO actually, and then he told me that they ran, because they're basically trying to do the same thing as GameStop. They ran the numbers, and the margins are so huge on these types of services that they think GameStop is being wild, like ridiculously greedy. Like they were like, GameStop doesn't have to offer 16% fee for buybacks because the margins on these are so crazy that they could get away with like half that maybe. The Great for it, yeah. So the reason GameStop didn't refund me is that they believe that Card Ladder has the Alakazam value correctly, based on Card Ladder. The Trip Saga was fun. Yeah, honestly, I kind of, maybe I'll go back. Maybe I need to take a look and see if they improve things. Drip has been jerking you around, Dylan. Is that from the stream or just on your own? Let me put on some music. Yeah, I'm like it. When PSA eventually falls, I think it'll be Tag. I think Tag is like the 21st century grading company. Like all these other companies have been, stuck in the Stone Age with their methods, and like PSA slabs. I mean, let's be honest, PSA slabs are not that attractive. The only reason we like PSA is because we believe PSA is like the best grading company. We believe that they have the most they have the best graders, and thus that when they say that a card is a 10, we believe that it'll be a high quality grade. And yeah, it's basically like currency. Like currency isn't real, but we all believe that it's real. Yeah, Card Ladder and PSA are under the same parent company, so there's huge conflicts of interest here going on that like I can't even think to scratch the surface of. Yeah, ARS actually looks pretty cool. I like ARS. And apparently they're like the hardest to grade with. BGS 10s are BGS black labels are considered like the highest grade you could possibly get. But I don't know. I've had mixed experiences with BGS. And yeah, I love how tag grading is transparent too. I don't know if you guys have seen. Let me show you guys what you get when you grade with tag. I'm gonna have to log into my account real quick, so it might take a bit. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so yeah, this is the stuff that you get when you grade with tags. So let me see if you guys can actually, oh shit, I need to switch the window. Okay, so this is the stuff you guys can expect when you grade with tags. So they let you know like step by step at what point the card is graded, and then at what point, at where in the cycle the card is during its grading process. And then once it's been graded, you can look at these very, very in-depth grading reports. Goes down exactly why you got the grade that you got. Gives you all this like pretty cool ancillary information, but it gives you the centering right here. So it's 5347 on the front, left to right, 5248 top to bottom, and then it shows you like this is basically what I'm going to be doing today, but basically zoomed in pictures of all the corners, and then if there's any dings. So if okay, yeah. Oh, luckily that's my old address. So if you guys are trying to find my old address, I don't live there anymore. PPT, do you work in tech? I used to work in tech. I used to work for autonomous driving company. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff you can expect from tag. Full transparency, and that's kind of what you're looking for, right? It's weird that it's taking PSA so long to catch up. But no, not Waymo. It was for General Motors. Okay, let's go back to looking at cards under a microscope, guys. Okay, so Tag is currently, I don't know, I've had really good experiences with turnaround time with Tag. And they run a lot of promotions and can get pretty cheap. Okay, so what we have here, guys, what we have here is the Espeon VMAX. And I'm pretty sure I got this from a power pack in a 9, and I thought it looked pretty clean. The only thing was the centering. So gonna look at the centering for this first, I guess. And there's a nice little corner here that we can look at. Okay, so the cool thing about this app is that I can measure basically by the pixel here. So what this is telling me is that this is 111 pixels wide, this left border. So let me put it on the spreadsheet, Espeon VMAX. Left is 111, and then the right. And so this right border is definitely a little bit more chunky. And so, let's see how many pixels this is. Oh wait, no, it's opposite. So the left border is a little bit more chunky than the right border. So this one's 91. Honestly, I thought it would be a lot worse, but yeah, 55-45. So that is barely straddling what PSA allows as a 10. And so, I mean, what you guys need to know is that PSA only spends about 40 to 50 seconds grading each card, so they will never go through this much rigor. They will never actually measure how much what the centering is. They're just gonna eyeball it. I think if there's any like PSA graders in there that that actually know, then for sure let me know. But let's try to capture this top centering. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the top to bottom centering looks all right, so I think we're okay with that. But the front, let's just quickly go over the front and see if we see any defects, any surface scratches. I mean, there's like there's like some whitening at the top left, but I think that's just like extra material. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, less than a minute per card. Yeah, I actually talked to like a PSA recruit. I talked to a PSA recruiter because I wanted, because I live around PSA, and then they were hiring graders like crazy, and I wanted to go there just for like a week or two and see exactly how it is they grade and make a video out of it. And then they told me that basically they said the job description is you need to grade about 400 to 500 cards a day. So you're only allowed to spend like $40 or $50 cards, or 40 to 50 seconds per card. Graders get paid minimum. Yeah, so guys, that's why, I mean, like Tag, at least you can trust the machine. They could do it at scale, but if you have like newbie graders that are expected to grade 400 to 500 cards a day, you're gonna get mistakes. And that's why sometimes you're able to get things through. But yeah, so far the surface looks really good. And seeing it up close just reinforces what a gorgeous card this is. Yeah, Koki Saito did a bang up job with this card. Have people found wildly different results when regrading card? Honestly, I don't, because these are basically all 9s. The Grape Ape, I don't expect to get very many 10s. Maybe like just one, maybe like 10% 10s. I mean, I think grading in general is pretty consistent. I mean, the thing I have to give the PSA is that I think they're decently consistent. Okay, so we're looking for white corners here. So far, don't seem... I mean, I see a little white speck here, but not sure if it's just... No, yeah, just dust. And then the... Oh, shoot. The bottom right corner looks pretty good as well. So this card looks rather pristine. Not sure what you guys think, but this card looks really nice. Left side of the card looked chopped. Are you talking about the back, Matlock? Back left side. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're oh wait, are you talking about like this whitening right here? Oh, towards the middle. The middle looks okay. Or are you talking about the left edge towards the middle? Okay, right here. So I think this is fine. Honestly, I think this is fine. Like, I'm trying to look at it. Let me see if I could just try to focus it a little bit too. I don't think... Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think it's actual corner damage. I think it might, if anything, is just like might be a smudge. But that's why we're doing this, guys. So we sort of we're keeping this record on what the quality of these cards are, so we can narrow down exactly how PSA is grading these cards. Because besides this, and I do agree, this is probably like the only thing that we've identified in this card. Besides this and the very close to non-PSA 10 centering, I think that's the only issue with this card. But yeah, so that's the Espeon VMAX. Espeon VMAX, and I'm gonna run a poll now on chat, and let me know if you guys think this is gonna gem up or not. Espeon VMAX. I think it will. I think it will. So the crazy thing is, if I sent this to tag, I'm like 99% certain this would get a tag 10 because this had like an exact 55-45 centering. Gemma basically get a PSA 10. So maybe I'll send this to tag. I don't know. Like, because it, just from looking at it, it doesn't look that... The centering definitely looks off, but according to this little tool, it's right at that threshold of 45-55. So maybe tag. What microscope is this? Someone actually, it's just something that I found on eBay. It's like $200 or something. The name of it is AMScope. AM scope. It's a 1080p 2 megapixel microscope. Well, I sent the BGS 10 Pope. It already got a BGS 10, Keckmekeckles. That Pope card has already reached the heights that it is capable of. Oh, Matlock, that's a very good question. So tags generally sell pretty closely to PSA. It's just they don't sell nearly as quickly as PSA. What software are you using? It's called Copa Capture. It's just the software that the microscope came bundled with. Okay. So it looks like most folks think that the Espeon will get a PSA 10. It looks like 63-37. So the Bubble Mew, no one thought it would gem up. So I'm definitely interested to see what we get. I'm pretty sure I agree with that. I think it's gonna get a 9, maybe even an 8. But yeah, next up we have another very famous card, the Jessie and James trainer. Centering on this is horrible, I have to admit. So I'm very curious to see if this would even get the 45-55. But besides that, I thought the card looked pretty good. What is? Where is this? Is this card from Hidden Fates? Shining Fates? I don't remember. Bubble Mew is my dream card. Yeah, I would. It's a very pretty card. If you want to see it under the microscope, there she is. It's very adorable. But yeah, Jessie and James. I didn't even notice the Meowth back there. That's the kind of cool thing about this whole thing. Meowth is right there. Hidden Fates, yeah. But, and then you got a Wobbuffet there, seems like. What's that on Wobbuffet's head? But yeah, the surface, front surface looks good. Just gonna have to go by the centering, I think. So let's get out my measuring tool. So it says left is left is 91. And right is 120. 43.57. So this is not gonna get a 10. I mean, the thing is that, like, since PSA doesn't exactly calculate the centering, I've seen very atrociously centered cards still get a 10. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. But yeah, the front looks good. Let's look at the back. So the top left corner looks okay. I mean, I think there's like some smudging, or I think there might be a little bit of some lifting, but for the most part, I don't see any whitening. And then we also see a smudge here, but no damage, no like structural damage to the corners of these cards. We see some of that same white smudging that we saw in the previous card. But honestly, it's kind of imperceptible from the naked eye. And then bottom right corner looks pretty good. Although I see like a hint of white here. Yeah, that might be something, but it's really small. It's hard for me to see it without the microscope too. You eating chips when you hold these guns. Okay, so yeah, we see some. This is probably the worst corner, but like the other ones, there's no actual structural damage. It just looks like smudging. Maybe some like print roller damage. But yeah, I don't know. This one's tough. This one's tough. Cursor shaped. Sorry, late bloomer. But yeah, I mean, we could take a quick. So those look like scratches though. Yeah, I see some scratches. I don't know if these are just print scratches, but yeah, those do look like scratches. So I mean, I think with this and the pretty obviously poor centering on the front, I think it'll be tough for this to get a 10. And definitely tough for this to get a 10 at tag, because of course tag uses a machine to calculate centering. But yeah, interested to see what you guys think on this. Yeah, I think it'll be a 9. I think it's the easy 9. But this is such a cool card, dude. Like, when are they gonna bring back Jessie and James with all these Team Rocket sets? Okay. Kegmakekos for sure, for sure. I mean, with all of that, I still think there is a chance. You just need to catch a grader on a good day. Like, 2 submissions ago, I maybe got like 20% gem rate, but my last submission, I got like 95% gem rate. So it all depends, guys. It all depends. They need to make an Ash card. Yeah, for sure. Okay, next up. Okay, so looks like most people do not think it's going to gem up. So will definitely be interesting for that 50% of you that have faith when this card eventually does come back. So just as a reminder, I'm going to make content out of this, or like a video out of this, where I send these all to get graded, and then I'll make a long form video going comparing pictures before and after. I should be taking snapshots. I completely forgot that. Completely forgot about it, but I'll be putting like snapshots up, and then I'll show the grade immediately after we go in depth into the card. But yeah, next up we have this Beast of Floor Celebi tag team Japanese that I thought looked super clean. Like the centering was very good. I'm not even gonna grade the centering because you can tell that the centering's good. Like here's the right centering, here's the left centering, there's the top margin and the bottom margin. Actually, the bottom doesn't look the best, but I still think it's fine. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, let's just measure the bottom. Okay. All right, we got 27 pixels for the bottom. Okay, so 27 is the bottom, and then at the top, we have 48. So that kind of doesn't look good. Yeah, so 64-36. But I feel like Kissei doesn't care as much about top bottom centering as they do left and right. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, very cool card. I'm still gonna admire it under the microscope, even though the centering, the top bottom centering does look pretty bad. But yeah, there is the derpy dude himself, Beast of Floor, and there's Celebi. I don't really care about Celebi, but any tag team with Beast of Floor is all right in my book. See some, I thought I saw a hint of chipping at the top, but maybe not. But yeah, besides the bottom centering, I think this card looks decent. Actually, I don't know, HCN, like, I don't know how they grade these borders. Look, let's try the whole silver border, actually. You're right. You're right. Because if the numbers are bigger, then the values might come out a little bit more even. Okay, so we have 89 pixels bottom. $117 is the top. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I mean, right? Maybe a couple points better. But yeah, still not 55, 45. Onwin, generally, I just touch the corners of the cards. I'm not touching the actual face of the card, and I washed my hands before this. And I just really don't like gloves. But yeah, I mean, that's probably the reason this got a 9, because everything else looks pretty clean. Like these Japanese cards, you never see any surface damage or corner damage like you see with English cards, although I see a hint of white at that bottom there next to the corner. But I'm mostly just doing this because you rarely see Japanese cards, modern Japanese cards, get anything but a 10. So I think sometimes they grade these Japanese cards a little bit more strict, harshly. So we'll see. I think definitely the biggest issue with this card is the bottom centering. But other than that, I thought it looked pretty good still. Okay. Oh, wait, the Jessie and James edit 7426. Okay. 7426. Okay, next up, Bisaflor and Celebi, guys. Bisaflor and Celebi. And I'll catch up on chat a little bit. You must... Yeah, Onwin, like... I need that, like, tactile experience to with cards, or else I feel like I'm just gonna mess it up. Yeah, have you guys ever seen Bisaflor's face this up close? You know, I'm noticing things, you know? And like the resolution on this text is like impressively high. I'm not seeing like any pixelation on this text. So Japanese printing, man. Pretty crazy. Let's see if we can get closer on the text. I just want to see if we can magnify even a little bit closer. Yeah, that's even lines. Very impressive. And probably a good way to, like, you know, figure out fake cards. I think one of the methods to do that is look how clean the text looks. Like, I know with Magic cards, one of the letters is really hard to print. I think it's like the M, because of how different it is from like other M's. And so that's like one of the ways to tell whether or not Magic cards are fake. Oh, Flesh and Blood. I've wanted to play that game. I heard it's a really, like, one of the best like fighting systems, but there's only so much time to mess around with trading cards in one life, and mine currently occupied by Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, and Riftbound. I like Riftbound. I want to play more Riftbound. That's the cleanest text I've... Yeah, right, Onwin? That text was super clean. It felt like out of place how clean it was, to be honest. Okay. Next up, we have this guy. Mew Black Star promo. Not sure what the name of this card is, but I got it from a power pack and I got a 9, and I was like, there's no way this is a 9. Centering looks perfect. But yeah. Mew Black Star promo right there. Yeah, I feel like the Japanese text just looks better than the English text. Okay. Let's like I can't see any damage. Like with these vintage cards, with these yellow borders especially, they'll get like whitening at the edges and corners, but so far this card seems to be in very good state. Someone pulled a Charizard, dude. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look, guys. A little bit of a detour here. Oh yeah, someone pulled it. Hold on. Yeah, someone pulled a Charizard. It was Legendary Collection Charizard in a 10, I think. And it's no longer there. So congrats, whoever that was. If it was one of you guys, let me know. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this card, just from the front surface, looks good. So like we're like 90% there. But let's look at the centering. Oh shoot. Okay, never mind. 137 pixels. Wait, let me see. So this is Mew. 137. And then the right centering. 138. So I don't know. Maybe I should send this into Beckett. Let's look at top. Top is 173. Bottom, probably not nearly close. So 146. Okay, so we have left-right centering is basically 50-50 perfect, and then top-bottom 54-46. So not a candidate for BGS Black Label, sadly. But still, very much in the running for a PSA 10. Whoa, what is this app I just got here? The spec, this is my digital microscope. And then this is just the program that the digital microscope came bundled with. And the cool thing about this program is that they have this tool to measure the amount of pixels. Yeah, welcome back, the spec. As a GameStop investor, I feel pretty good about the company, but kind of mad about the Lunar. Yeah, I mean, no matter what you say about like whether or not GameStop treated us right, you can't deny that power packs are going to make them a boatload of money. So I'm also planning on reinvesting into GameStop right before earnings. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, BGS Black Label has to be perfect 50-50 centering. You say go for the Black Label. Maybe I will. That'll be pretty good content, actually. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. Let's look at the back. This might be slightly out of focus. Okay, so the top left corner looks good. And I think for the most part, all that unevenness at the top is just the light. Top right corner looks good too, just the faintest hint of white, which will probably... Actually, I can see it with without the microscope, but it's very faint. Oh, and there we see probably what got it the 9, although even still, not that bad. I don't think... Let me see. I need like a... Like that, I think, is just light. But for sure, we have a little bit of whitening here. Sharpie it. Dude, like, so I mean, now that I know that PSA graders can only spend like 40 to 50 seconds, them saying that they're gonna detect foreign substances is kind of total bullshit to me. Like, I'm sure people can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure PSA they grade in the dark. I'm pretty sure they grade in the dark. So yeah. Honestly, I'm not surprised that there's like a huge turnover rate with PSA, because can you imagine just spending 8 hours in a dark room looking at cards all day and only spending like 40 to 50 seconds on each? But yeah, bottom left looks decent. I don't think this is whitening. I think this is just light. So I think the only damage to this card on the back is bottom right and a faint hint top left. But let's take a quick look, scan the surface of the back a little bit. Pardon me for that disgusting finger right there, guys. I'm so sorry. Another disgusting finger. But at least I'm not a deep pocket monster, right? With those diglets of his. Okay. All right. Black Star Promo Mew. No idea where this card comes from, but it's very cute. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so Beast of War Celebi, 58 to 42. So pretty even on the Beast of War Celebi. I think maybe we'll be even... I think maybe this one might have the highest. Oh, J-Pole. Hey. I know you, J-Pole. But yeah, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Working in the dark and for minimum wage, yeah. And can you imagine, like, I'm sure they work them like slave drivers over there. His demons are, yeah. Like, once I noticed his fingers, like, whenever I watch his videos, that's like all I can see now. Okay, Black Star Mew. Okay, poll is up for Black Star Mew. I have a feeling a lot of you guys are gonna think this is gonna PSA 10, and that's exactly what I thought when I pulled this from a power pack. And I'm pretty sure this is like maybe, I mean, this card isn't even worth that much in a 10. I should probably also comp these cards while we're doing these, just so we get an indication of what we stand to gain if these get a 10. But yeah, maybe for next stream. I mean, the coolest part of working for PSA is probably seeing like super rare cards, but I imagine that gets old pretty quick. Osmosis Jones, hey. Oh, Osmosis Jones, that reminds me, I still have yet to send out the giveaway. It's been really busy over here. Chat, should I sell my PSA 10 Charmander? I don't know, man. I don't know the spec. This market's, I have no idea whether the market's going. I feel like the market's stabilizing a bit right now because stuff is starting to sell again, but I don't know. If I had to take a like whatever educated guess I might claim to have, I think we are going to maybe drop a little bit more or stay stable. But I think once we hit Ascended Heroes, we are going to see a spike just like we saw with Prismatic. And the tinfoil hat part of me thinks that we are going to see like a pretty big 151 reprint too. So I don't know. Like I just saw that distros are sending out 151 tins again. So I think we're going to see a lot of more 151 on the streams, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 151 is like the most printed set of all time, yet it commands such a strong value. Yeah, Mega Dream for sure. It is. If they construct a set like how they constructed Black Bolt and White Flare with how generous the pull rates were, then I think Ascended Heroes is going to go down as like one of the best sets ever. Yeah, they could reprint 151 for eternity, and it won't move the market at all. But I do want them to reprint ETBs though. That would be insane if they reprint 151 ETBs or UPCs. Okay. Okay, so only 58% think that the Black Star Mew is gonna gem up. Okay. I would have expected it to be more in like the 60 or 70 range, but at the same time, I have no frame of reference, guys. So 58% of you thought that Black Star Mew would gem up. Next up though, we have Vaporeon, Terastal. Dude, this card is stunning. This is the first time I'm seeing it under a microscope, but look at this, dude. This art is absolutely ridiculous. I got this microscope from eBay, Diddy Kong. It was like 200 bucks. It's called Amscope. It's a 2 megapixel 1080p microscope. Look at those shaky ass lines. I'm not even looking at the lines. I'm looking at all the colors, dude. So colorful. Yeah. Gorgeous card. And I was very, very bemused as to why it got a 9. But yeah, let's take a quick scan on the surface real quick, and then we'll get to the centering. If you could invest in one card right now under 1,000. That's like an impossible. Korean Ditto. Maybe the Korean Ditto, although I might be a little biased. I don't know. I mean, the easy answer is like a Glurak or a Gengar or a Pikachu. Print error in the center left lines. It's broken in 2 different places. Print error in the center left lines. Print error in the center left lines. I'm not really sure what you are seeing, Anwin. Yeah, promotional cards, I agree. But honestly, probably like prismatic. Like the prismatic evolutions. I think prismatic, I mean, in like 5 years, prismatic will probably be even like just as legendary as 151 is. But with like a lot less cards. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're seeing, Anwin, but definitely let me know. In the color of Vaporeon itself. Oh, interesting. You think? Oh, so you're saying like there's the issue is with the art? Like I don't know, because I've never looked at the Vaporeon art up close this much. But yeah. We'll just move on, because I think besides that, and honestly, I'm pretty sure that the grader is not going to be looking at that. Yeah, I mean, besides that, I think the surface looks good, so let's take a look at the centering. And I'm pretty sure the centering is why this got a 9. So left, right, or left is 112. Right is 110. Actually, not that bad. Basically 50-50. Interesting. Just for my eyes, it felt like a... Let me redo that, actually. $109. Okay. $110. Okay, so centering is basically perfect. Let's look at top, bottom. I think for sure the top is a little bit heavy compared to the bottom. 115 top. $95 bot. So 55-45. So it looks like top bottom is still within the range of a 10, but I'm guessing this might be what the grader picked up on. Like the bottom is noticeably lighter than the top. Yeah, Burger Chew, no idea how low it will go. Oh, Anwin, okay, so you think that let me see, where the tan coloring is in the Vaporeon is roughly diamond shaped and split into 8 sections. The left part of the diamond has 2 breaks. I'll just take your word for it, man. Okay, let's look at the back. Top left looks good. Top right looks freaking perfect. You know what? The spec, I will give away a Burger Chew in this stream. How about that? So one of you guys will get a Burger Chew. It won't be a 10, but it will be a Burger Chew. Okay, yeah, this car looks good. This car looks good. Other than Anwin with the problem with the art itself, I think this card looks rather clean. But let's see what chat believes it will get. And I want to reward all the people who are actually sticking around for this very boring stream. So yeah, we'll have a Burger Chew as a giveaway. Vaporeon, PSA 10. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is a slam dunk 10, but I've been wrong before. I've been wrong before. How many Tops Pope did you buy? I think about like 10. I did not hit a parallel, Matlock. I did not. Oh, the black line on the left side of Vaporeon neck piece, the black line breaks, then continues. Oh, Joshua, you've been thinking of getting a microscope too for like this as well? Or I don't know, have you guys, does anyone else do this? I've never seen people like try to look at Pokemon cards under a microscope. I mean, I think it's actually kind of soothing. Hey Yarg in Discord. Yeah, Mr. Jeb, so I use a jeweler's loop too. I use yeah, just a regular jeweler's loop for the most part, but this is definitely extra. You guys don't need a microscope because graders definitely aren't using a microscope themselves. I bought a $1,500 microscope for a biology class that you can repurpose for cards now. All right, Keckles, we expect 100% gem rate from you now. Okay, ending the poll. So far, this is our strongest card at 71%. So it looks like chat believes this has a 71% chance of getting PSA 10. So not bad, not bad. Okay, Vaporeon. Best card so far. Do all the microscopes? I don't know, Rosie. The feature isn't built into the microscope, but it's built into the software. So I guess it would depend on the software. This is just the software that was bundled with the microscope. I imagine that if there was no software for this microscope, then I could have just used any other software probably. I don't know, but it's convenient. This software is very jank though. Like literally nothing about this software works, but luckily the measuring tools do. Yeah, it's can't complain at $200. This is used. I mean, if I had, I mean, I don't even stream at 4K, so 1080p is all I really need. But yeah, I mean, even with just the 1080p, the cards are coming out really nice. Okay, next up, while we are on the topic of 151, the 151 Pikachu, and I was so looking forward to this. I really wanted to look at this card under a microscope because there's so many things going on in this picture. Like just off the rip, you see Slowpoke back there, you see Mr. Mime, you see Tortank. I don't even know if I saw Tortank before. I love this card. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this might be a card you go out and buy. But from what I remember, the centering looked good, but there was a decent amount of damage, so I don't think this is gonna get a 9. But doesn't matter. I just want to look at it under. There's Psyduck. Is that a Pokemon over there? I can't tell. Like right there. Is that a? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. But yeah. So far the surface looks decent. Hey, there's Gengar. All right, let's look at the corners. I thought I saw some silvering earlier on the top corners. Sorry for the finger. Two sets that I think are severely undervalued right now are Crown Zenith and Journey Together. Yeah, Crown Zenith. I mean, it's one of my favorite sets and is very expensive. So saying that it's undervalued is pretty wild, but I kind of agree. I think Crown Zenith will be remembered very fondly. So I do see a bit of silvering at the top left here on this corner right here. Right there. Someone ban the axe right now. The axe. We refer to all. We refer to. We don't say the B word here. We say Tortank. Yeah, the thing is, like, yeah, the cards will never be worth like that much though because of how generous the pull rates were. But the cards were amazing. Like the Galarian Golds, so nice. Rain, brutal. Rain actually timed him out. The X5150. I'm so sorry, but we just say that as a joke. But I don't even know how it happened. But we never referred to the final evolutions of the starter Pokemon. We actually never referred to the starter Pokemon by their real names. We either called them like Tortank or Tortank Junior, Baby Tortank. So now you know. Ash's stepdad. Yeah, it was just a tiny little slap on the wrist during the days. But yeah, I mean, the surface looks good. The only thing, I mean, and the centering looks good, so I won't even bother measuring it unless you guys really want to for some reason. But I think the only blemish here is that silvering that I spotted. Yeah, top left corner. Yeah, silvering on the top left. It's all good, the axe. It's just something we like to joke about. Middle. So this is my system, Matlock. So the middles are juniors. The actual base are babies. So it's baby Tortank, then Tortank Junior, then Tortank. And I don't know if we should make that canon, guys. All right, let's look at the back. Okay, so I see a little bit of lifting of the edge right here. Like right there, I feel like the edge is lifting off a bit, but I don't know if graders actually count that because it's not like damage. But besides that, I'm just like the faintest hint of whitening, like right there. And I don't think there's too much issue with the card. Although I see some whitening like right there, but not sure if that's just dust. Oh yeah, I don't think that's damage. I think it's just some loose material. Top right corner, for sure, we are seeing some whitening here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, definitely noticeable with the naked eye. Ooh, yes. This is definitely not. I think this is solidly a 9 because whatever damage we see is not that drastic. So definitely we're seeing some whitening right there. This is cooked. Yeah, this card is cooked. But I don't care. I just really like this card, and I wanted to look at it under my microscope. Yeah, this looks to be like our best corner, I'd say, but still some whitening right there. So yeah, looks like all four corners have some issues. So I don't think it's an 8, Leander. I don't think they would be that brutal to me, but maybe because we also saw a little bit of silvering on the top left on the front. But yeah, love this card. Okay, and let's see what chat thinks. Okay. Maybe a 3. I mean, this is a card that I might just send into tag because I like to send cards that are just for my PC into tag. Like, for example, I'm waiting to send this card into tag. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to look at this card under a microscope. The One Ring, guys. The One Ring from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the art's just kind of okay. But yeah, not like the... This is like the very basic, the One Ring, but still worth a pretty penny. But yeah, I wanna get this one into tag because I just want it for my collection. Yeah, very cool card. Like, the cool thing about this card is that the way they designed how the card works is very like thematic to the movie and or books and how the One Ring actually works. Snatched it from Post Malone. I don't. Wait, does Post Malone have the? Yeah, Post Malone has the One of One Ring, right? I forget how much he paid for it. I think he paid like $1 million, right? Arguably one of the most broken cards printed. Yeah. Oh, like $2 million. Yeah. And didn't it get like a PSA 6 or something? A PSA 7 or 8? Yeah, I mean, but like Post is like a true MTG nerd, so I'm glad that that's what he paid for, like as opposed to like Logan Paul or was it, I forget which one of the Paul brothers who just, you know, with that Illustrator Pikachu that we don't even know if that's a true value. PSA 9, okay. I mean, at that point, like I wouldn't grade it just to get a 10. I would grade it just to get it into a slab and just to have it authenticated. I couldn't believe. Yeah, I know, right? Like, can you imagine quality control? Like, why don't you just print like 5 or 10 one of one rings and then just make sure that it's in perfect condition? Okay. Oh, so chat thinks that there is slim chance for this Pika to get a 9, and I very much agree. But we have some very 15% of you are very optimistic. It's adorable. Okay, next up, guys. Yeah. Original Super Mommy, I sent in an Otani that was damaged, and they sent me a much better Otani. I sent in like an image variation Otani that was non-numbered, and they sent back a gold image variation Otani numbered to 50. So yeah, they definitely have. They definitely like hold back, I think, numbered cards. I think. It has been 4 weeks since I paid for shipping to return my pulls from Power Packs, and I haven't received tracker. Yep. Luke Teeters 9305. We're seeing the same here. It's getting as bad as like 4 weeks for us too. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So like Tops treats their customers right. Like for example, I sent in, where is it? I sent in this. It's actually good that we have this microscope up. I sent in this Giratina to Pokemon because it was damaged. Pulled this myself actually, from one of the Infernape boxes, I believe. Infernape box? Did Infernape have Lost Origin? I don't remember. But yeah, Giratina alt art, Shinji Kanda, fantastic art here. But the reason why I sent this in is because. As you can see, all these speckles of white paint, I think. So yeah, it's factory damage for sure. So I sent it into Pokemon in like January. And then I just now got it back. And they didn't replace the card. They just gave me 3 packs of Paradox Rift. Whereas Tops, they actually do make things right for you. So I mean, say what you will about Tops, but their customer service is very good. Like I've had situations where like I had an expired card. I don't remember what it was. There was like a home run challenge for Tops and I opened like an old pack and I had a home run challenge card that was expired. I sent it in, and instead of saying no, this expired, they actually just sent me like free packs, like a little care package. So they treat their customers right. Giratina, literally top 10 most beautiful cards in the last decade. Yeah, I mean Shinji Kanda, dude. The guy can't miss with his art. Yeah. Yeah. So we're not used to stuff like that in Pokemon world, Aaron Houston. But yeah, in sports card world they do it. Like, and the thing you need to know about sports cards is sports cards are actually required to state that it's a sweepstakes and not like basically gambling, which it pretty much is. So they have to say that it's a sweepstakes. So you are able to get free sports cards. You just have to go through like this lengthy process. They bury it under a bunch of websites. But you are able to send it in and then get yourself into a sweepstakes and possibly get some free sports cards. Pokemon doesn't have to do that. Pokemon, Magic, whatever, they don't have to do that because these cards are also serve another purpose as pieces of a game. Customer service is everything. Yes, very topical, Kaleluka, very topical, and I agree. Customer service is very important. But next up, we have the Iron Valiant from Paradox Rift. Yeah, Paradox Rift, I think. Cool card. Very, very cool card. I mean, I'm seeing things I didn't notice before. I didn't even notice this Tyranitar before. Oh, there's an Iron Bundle here. That's pretty cute. Oh, the Shohei. Yeah. The logo man. That's crazy, dude. Anything Shohei, dude. If you guys want to invest in a card, consider investing into a Shohei card. Yeah, so big pack. These cards are cards that I got from Power Packs, and these, for the most part, these came back as a PSA 9. And then I looked at the website when I pulled them, and I thought they looked pretty clean, and so decided to get them shipped and crack them and try to regrade them, which, you know, with that Alakazam is not something we could have done, guys. Like that Lunar Pack Alakazam, maybe if it looked good, we could have cracked it open and regraded and get a 10. But even in a 10, it's not worth what they were stating it would be worth. So just like all those other things, they take away our choices when they misvalue the card like that. A little bit of spittle here. Apologies. Okay, but yeah, probably, I mean, it's still a very cool card, but I've been showing you guys a lot of cool cards. This is probably like the least cool. I don't know if that's a hot take, but still very cool art. Iron Valiant SIR. Another Iron Bundle up there, right? Or is that another Iron Bundle? Or is that a Delibird? Okay, I think this is Iron Bundle. But yeah, let's look at the surface here, because this card, I think out of all the cards, looked super clean. Yeah, front surface looks very good. Let me know on when if you see anything here. You're like my eagle-eyed viewer right now. Yeah, and the surface looks good. Not even going to measure the centering, because the centering also looks pretty much perfect. Like, maybe I should send this into Beckett. Yeah, centering looks perfect. Hawktula, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the knock on sports cards is that, like, you know, they could get popped for a DUI, or like get popped for trying to have relationships with a minor, which happened in baseball. Wander Franco, I think he was like 2021 rookie or whatever, but he was like one of the biggest up and coming stars, and then he got popped for having a relationship with a minor, and people were spending ridiculous amounts of money on his cards, and immediately they all tanked to zero. So yeah, I mean, that's the cautionary tale on why you don't invest in sports cards. But I think Shohei, I mean, from all reports, he's like a very decent dude, so don't imagine he might experience something like that. So yeah, seeing a hint of white at the top left here. I'm sure you guys can all see it, right? And maybe a hint of white at that bottom left, along the left edge. Yeah, I'm seeing that too, Aaron Houston. Top right looks okay. I don't think that's actually damage, or maybe, but pretty imperceptible. But right edge looks decent so far. And here we go. Bottom right corner. This looks like a smudge here. Yeah, just a smudge. Pardon the finger. Just gambling with Shoei. Dude, that'd be wild if it was actually true. Like, he just threw his interpreter under a bus. But I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. He doesn't seem the type. Dot center of the left border. Yeah, I saw that Onwin. But good catch. Yeah, I think the centering is perfect for this card. Seeing corner looks fine. Seeing maybe slight hint of white left edge along the left edge and maybe some smudging. But yeah, the entire left edge is slightly problematic, but I think PSA in general, they're a little bit more lenient on the edges than the corners. Did anything ever happen to the Lunar Pack fiasco? I did see the response video that, yeah, so the spec, GameStop denied our request for a refund. So, gonna make a video out of it. At the very least, I mean, we didn't get Pope giveaway. I don't know, crybabies, I don't know. Like, I do want to have a Pope giveaway, but maybe it'll be like, if I ever hit 20k subs. But I'm gonna give away a burger chew tonight because you guys have been so adorable and cool. That card will never be a 10. Not sure which card you're referring to. I think this one, even still with like this minor edge wear and minor corner wear, I think this still has a chance at a 10. Okay, so Pikachu PSA 10. Wait. Oh. No, it's in that poll. Alright, new poll is up, or not up, but yeah. Valiant PSA 10. Hey JJ Lars. Yeah, so polls up for Iron Valiant. Let me know what you guys think if this will ever hit a PSA 10. Need you to review my Mewtwo from Destined Rivals. I'm guessing the Mewtwo SIR, right? Yeah, I saw his video today. I left a comment on it too, saying that basically what happened to him happened to us. Yeah, Loop, Poop, they're making so much freaking money. Like, I did a little bit of napkin math here. They stand to gross $15 million from those 6 chase cards that they pulled. So yeah, GameStop, they're making so much money off these. I mean, how many people are actually like housing $2,500 lunar packs constantly? Sorry, a little bit more Hawk 2 action going on here. I'm guessing there's like some ridiculous whales just going to town on those lunar packs. I wonder how often they change the blades. I don't know. All they need to do is copy like the practices of the Japanese printing factories. I usually look at surface from an angle, looking across card at a single. Yeah, so I definitely of course, like we all do like this thing where you like move the card around and just to see if there are any imperfections, but it's hard to do that with this thing. But yeah, another banger of a card coming up, guys. Another banger of a card, Mew. Even Western cards like Lorcana have better printing quality in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, I personally am done like doing like big value power packs just on my own time. Definitely done. Yeah, Japanese printing is just I don't know like why you can't just take. I mean the reason is why spend money when people are gonna buy Pokemon cards anyways, you know. But it just kind of sucks. Kind of sucks that we have to deal with those things in this country. But yeah. Oh, the Chocobo boxes are printed in Japan. Nice. I have a few. I'm gonna open some for a video coming up. But yeah, I opened one up last night, and there's some very adorable stuff in that Chocobo box. But yeah, this is the Mew from Fusion. Centering looks good, so I'm not gonna measure the centering. Let's just look at the surface though. And like if a card, like the front damage will be most noticeable along these black borders here, and this one looks okay, right? Oh my god, wipe that off again. And yeah, I mean, I think in general this front surface of this card looks pretty good. But let's look at the back. Okay, so bottom left corner looks decent. Okay, we have a little bit of light going on here, so let me try to move the card. Okay, so that's a little bit better angle. So top left corner actually looks pretty good. Top right corner looks pretty good as well. Is that a ding under the 2 on the bottom left? Let me see. Not sure. I see 2 2s. What camera? So Rubby Ducky, this is a 2 megapixel 1080p digital microscope, and the software is just the software that the microscope came bundled in. I'm pretty sure I can get the same effect with just like a actual camera with a nice zoom lens. Yeah, I think it looks clean too. I think it looks clean, but let's look at the other corners. Oh, we already looked at this corner. Yeah, bottom right corner also looks flawless. All right. Let's see if there's maybe some back surface damage. Huh. See a little bit of a black dot there on the K. But yeah, I mean, card looks clean. Bottom left edge. Bottom left edge looks fine. Yeah. I think we're probably all just looking or trying to find damage and just trying to notice like the smallest things. But I think that's because the card looks really flawless in general. So yeah, Fusion Mew. Okay, so Iron Valiant, 55% thought it would get, oh shoot. Iron Valiant, 55%, 65. Okay, I will eventually not make this mistake. And then we have Fusion Mew. Okay. Okay, Fusion Mew poll is up. Still, so far, our highest scoring card was that Vaporeon Terastal. Bubble Mew only got 10%. Under magnification, I don't think any card is done. Yeah, I know. Isn't that so true, Osmosis? Skloons, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I was in another like window, I would help you with that. But yeah, currently just looking at cool cards right now. Texturing on this card is so freaking cool. Okay, next card. And one of my favorites, actually. We have the original Moonbreon. Japanese. I don't know which set it's from, but very, very cool card. Big Pack L. No, we're not doing power packs today. Probably. I mean, maybe after, depending on how I feel. But yeah, we're gonna have a battle royale this Wednesday. I'm hoping there will be some fireworks because we got the silvers last week got pretty destroyed. White dot in the right ear. His right or our right? Neo Discovery, yeah, Neo Discovery. Best Umbreon card ever, TBH. Yeah, he looks very serious in this card. He looks, I don't know. Usually it's like cute and cuddly, but it looks very serious here. But yeah, I thought this card looked clean other than the centering, so we'll just quickly scan. And usually with these vintagey Japanese cards, if we see any surface damage, it'll be along these yellow borders. Huh. That looks kind of splotchy, but I think there's just splotch throughout the card. I think it's just part of the hollow. There's like a light hollow pattern going throughout the card. I don't know if you guys, if this is normal for Neo Discovery, but this is, with the microscope, this is something new that I'm picking up on. But besides that, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's supposed to be part of the card, just like the splotchiness. Because we're seeing it throughout the card. And I'm pretty sure it's just part of the hollow pattern. Just extended throughout the card. But besides that, I think the card looks decent. Let's look at the centering, though. Okay, 19... Let's see. Neo Discovery Umbreon. We have the right at 99. Definitely a part of the card. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Left is 101. Okay. So left-right centering looks pretty decent. Just like a top. We have 99 top. And we have 115 bottom. So definitely a little bit bottom heavy. But it's still within 45, 55. So I think we're fine on centering. Let's look at the back. Great BGS 10, huh? Maybe I should send this into BGS. Love these Japanese vintage backs, dude. Okay. A little bit out of focus here. Um. So it looks fine, right? Top left corner looks fine. Top right corner looks fine too. And I'm just looking for like edge and corner wear. It looks very centered looking at corner, yeah. Yeah, bottom right corner looks really good too. Seeing some like faint scratches here though, but actually it is it's still pretty minor. And there we go. I think our first damage on this card, first and only damage, and very noticeable, some minor wear at the bottom, near the bottom left corner. Ooh, some people think it's an 8. Some HCN thinks it's a 6. Eight tops. So this got a 9. And I mean, apparently PSA is a little bit stricter with vintage. So yeah, that's definitely the only ding on this card. I think it's a 9. I think it's a 9. I think maybe with a generous grader we get a 10. But I'm definitely not gonna send it to BGS. It's very noticeable white blemish here. But this one I'm going to have to just with a lot of hopium hope that we got a kind grader. CJC 10 all day. 9 is insanely hopeful. Yeah, I don't remember why I picked it, because maybe I didn't pick up on that white dot on the bottom left. But I mean, I think this is a pretty solid 9. But we'll see. And that's kind of the point of this whole exercise, right, guys? All right, so Fusion Strike Mew got a 69. All right, let's see what Umbreon gets. Neo Discovery Umbreon. Cheapo. It's called an Amscope. That's the brand name. And this one was about 200 bucks. And this is a 2 megapixel 1080p microscope. Sending it to PSA is automatically a 9 no matter the condition, because they hate to see us winning. And you know, even if it's a 10, they'll give it a 9 because they want you to sell back to them at 9 prices. If you send it to BGS, okay, Keck McKeckles, I'm gonna send this into BGS just for you. Yeah, I think it's a 10 front too. Original Super Mummy. All right, another fantastically gorgeous card up, and we only have a few left, so you guys won't have to bear with me a little bit longer. Glass Birds, dude. I was very much looking forward to looking at this card under a microscope, because look at that texturing. There's Articuno, and we have a banger of an Articuno card coming up too. I highly believe PSA will never give a vintage card a 10, I know. Every time I crack vintage and send it in, they just grade it lower. But yeah, awesome card, and I will regret to my dying day when I didn't pick these up for like 10 bucks. Zapdos, right wing, has several dots. Okay. Maybe I'm not seeing what you're seeing, but also I guess I'm not like as familiar with this art as I should be. I mean, especially under a microscope. So I'm not sure what dots you're referring to. Like white dots? Skrill, you have like 20 of these. All right. Are you going to get them graded, or do you have them like sealed? Second wing setup, 3 or 4 white dots, very small. Oh, okay. Oh, the second wing. Okay, I see what you mean. But yeah, I think the surface in general looks pretty good. I mean, it's really hard to tell unless you have eagle eyes like Onwin. Which is very appropriate because we're looking at some birds. Excuse my little bruised finger there. All right, let's take a look at centering, actually. Yeah, Osmosis Jones, I would never actually do this with, like, unless this was for, like, content and streaming purposes. This is a lot of work. Okay, hold on. Okay, glass birds, we have a left width of 108. Right width of 109. So yeah, left centering, basically perfect. Let's look at top bottom. 104 top. So already kind of sounds like centering. Actually, bottom looks pretty thick. 119. So yeah, slightly thicker, but still within decent ranges. So the left right is perfect. Top bottom is 4753. Yeah, let's look at the back. Let's clear this. Okay. Gonna have to tilt this up a bit. Okay, there we go. So top left corner, I mean, maybe just like the faintest dot of white top left. It's still pretty decent. Top right is pretty clean. Although I do see some whitening like next to the corner. But I don't think that's damage. I think it's just extra material poking out. See a bit of a smudge there. Let's see if I can take a microfiber to it. I just have one. Whatever. Moving on. Bottom right corner, perfect. Dude, Skrilla, goated member of the community. Bottom left corner, absolutely perfect. So I don't know, this looks like a 10 all day to me, guys. I mean, just some smudging, I guess. But, I mean, I feel like I could get rid of that with the microfiber. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, gonna end the poll for the Umbreon. 36% think the Umbreon will not get a 10. Let's start a poll for the glass birds. Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to facilitate this, then Skrilla is Lift D, or I don't know. I think you might have changed your name in the Discord. So definitely join the Discord. But yeah, this card looks good, guys. This card, I think, has a pretty decent shot at getting a 10. There's literally no chance. Wait, you need to change the video. Oh, I'm streaming at 4K. Whatever. Is the stream lagging by any chance, guys? Discord is on the description of this video, pick pack. I'll just run a giveaway now because we're never gonna hit 200 likes. Let me see. Okay, so giveaway will be, and this is because you guys have been like super helpful in chat, and I guess you guys are like maybe my my true supporters because I'm not opening power packs today. But giveaway today, and I want to reward that. Giveaway today will be this BGS 9.5 Burger Chew. Gonna set this up. Did not expect to be running a giveaway today. Actually, I kind of forgot how to set it up. We're gonna have to do it on this window, actually. Okay. Spragnog? Okay, well, good Spragnog. I don't know. Apparently we have someone in the community who's spreading the gospel of Spragnog, which is eggnog plus Sprite. Okay, so type in basement. Oh, sorry, Rain. I'm changing the keyword. So the keyword is actually Spragnog, guys. Good luck spelling that. Just copy and paste it. While we're waiting, maybe I open a lunar pack, guys. Maybe I open. Never again. Loop poop. My only friend in chat, holding me back. Okay, you know what? I'll roll a starter. It's been a while since I opened Power Pack, and oh, maybe we should try something else. Maybe like some basketball or baseball or football. I don't know. No, let's stick to Pokemon. Stick to what you know, right, guys? Chase incoming. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, of course, starting off with an error. Bird meta. I don't know. I mean, I think we all saw Goblin get absolutely destroyed, and regardless of the meta. Let's go baseball and Polish. Oh, maybe I'll pull a baseball after this. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. You know, not bad, but instantly. And this is why you don't do starters, guys. All right. That was enough for me. This balance, guys, is because I sold back our Alakazam. Itch scratched. Yep, Casino itch scratched. Diamond baseball pack. You know, I'll roll one baseball. I haven't pulled any diamond or baseball. Let's do one silver baseball. All right, one silver baseball. And maybe we will pull like a... Oh, there's a Otani rookie? No, not a rookie. Hey, what's in gold then? I mean, they need to make a pack where you only get Otani cards, because truly, those are the only baseball cards I would collect. Okay, last card, guys. Baseball. Why not? Tops now, though. Oh, man, I saw the name. I saw the name. I got freaking jebaited by GameStop. I mean, it's an Otani for sure, but tops now, like... becomes first 50-50 player in MLB history. You know, I don't think I have this tops now. Do I? I'll probably just keep this. So yeah, decent card actually. Keep them for future streams. Yeah, you know what? There definitely needs to be some Otani blessings in our future streams, Matlock. Fantastic idea. We keep this. We keep this. Tiger, I hit like 4 chases out of 10 silver goals last night. I think the Pokemon packs are lucky right now. Mythical Dream. You will not get me like that, Mythical Dream. You will not get me like that. I don't understand all the brands and said, yeah, sports is different. Sports is for sure different. See, so what Topps now is, and this is like how genius Topps is, Topps will print to order cards commemorating a moment. So basically, it's an infinite money making money-making machine. So as long as there are cool moments in sports, which of course there are, Topps will take a picture of that moment, slap it in a card, and then say you have 2 days to buy this, and they will print it to order. So these cards aren't worth that much, to be honest, unless you get like sometimes they'll have like low number parallels and autos, so those are worth a lot. Those are worth a lot, especially if it's an Otani, but for the most part you're gonna get absolutely destroyed, and it's just basically more gambling. Yeah, it's a guaranteed card, Poke Casino. It's a guaranteed card. So you'll get this card guaranteed, and you have a chance of getting a higher card, a better card. Yeah. And you can buy as much as you want. You can literally buy thousands if you so please. And that's how I have my Pope. Actually, the Pope was the Topps now. Where is it? It truly never leaves my side. So where are you? But the Pope card was also a Topps now, commemorating his being chosen as the Pope. His, I don't know what the term is. His Popification. Let's just say that. Do they publish the end print run? No. Do they? They might. I don't remember. Is that those videos that I see of people going through like 100 of it? Not really sure what video you're... But yeah, that's it, Poke Casino. If those are the videos where they just have a shipment and it's just like all the same card, this is probably it. Coronation, inauguration. I don't know. I like Popification better. Okay, definitely keeping this. And we are done with the power packs. And then we're going to end this giveaway and select a winner. Okay, so the winner is... HCN. HCN. Congrats, man. HCN, you are the proud new owner of a Burger Chew, this Burger Chew BGS 9.5. I need to just mark this down somewhere. Very underprepared. HCN 528. I'm guessing you're the HCN that's been, you know, part of the streams and such. Or are you a different HCN? Not sure. But yeah, HCN DM me, and you know the drill at this point. You're the same HCN. Okay, cool. How often do BGS 9.5 convert into PSA 10s? I don't know, dude. I don't know. And the thing is, like, I feel like they have different criteria. Like, some specific cards will get higher grades with another grading service than others, because the Korean Ditto, I always get BGS 10s and above with BGS, but some with PSA I will get like half 9s. So I don't know what it is. Depends if your PSA grader got laid the night before. Absolutely, Kegman Kickles. Okay, let's go back to the matter at hand. So HCN won the Burger Chew. All right, Glass Birds ending the poll. So 77% of you thought we would get a 10 with this Glass Birds, and yeah, I kind of agree. Better looking Markiplier, first time chat from Oatmeal Gobbler 81. Oh, that might actually be the highest praise I've ever received, Oatmeal, so thank you. Okay, next up, guys. Next up, we have an absolute banger of a card. Definitely needs no introduction. I'm going to treat this with the care that it deserves. Gray Felt Hat Pikachu, guys. Gray Felt Hat Pikachu. And just as a disclaimer, I don't think this is getting a 10. I just wanted to do this for the content. HCN is cornering the market on Burger Chews, apparently. Is that a line on the left eye? Let me see. I don't know. I mean, is that part of the art? I think that might be part of the art. Okay. Onwin, I am going to trust Onwin. But yeah, so this one, like the corners aren't like the most rounded, so yeah. But let's look at the centering. I'm pretty sure the centering is still fine. Or let's just sweep through the surface real quick. So yeah, the corners aren't the best here. So bottom left corner right here, I think there's like a little bit of extra material. And yeah, the corners are sharp, Loop Poop. They're not as rounded as they should be. And I've seen this a lot with the Burger Chews, but yeah. But let's look at the centering. A little hint of a line there too, actually. Little hint of a line like perpendicular to the eye, just in the middle of there. But that's really faint. I'm not sure they'll be able to pick up on that. Okay, 98 pixels. 98 pixels is the left centering or left width. Right width is 123. So 4456. 4456 is left to right centering. So we are under, but I think that's still fine, to be honest. I've seen worse centered cards. But I mean, I think the other facets of this card are more egregious, actually. And which is why I don't think this card is going to get a 10. So we're looking at 44.56 left, right, 47.53 top, bottom. So yeah, left, right is just slightly off. Okay. Print lines aplenty throughout the back of this card. So the top left corner isn't like the most smooth, but I don't think there's any like structural damage or anything. Let me see. Let's tilt this up a bit. I think we are seeing like some corner lifting slightly, but I don't think it's too bad. Is this even worth a regrade? I probably better raw, but I mean, do people buy? I mean, people would prefer it to be sealed. But I'm just gonna regrade it for the content. That's a 6. So yeah, seeing very slight whitening. Just as a reminder, everything's of course. Oh my god, everything of course is magnified, and so all of these issues will loom quite a bit larger than if you were just looking with the naked eye. And bottom left corner, it looks pretty good. So, I mean, I felt like one of the corners was actually kind of trashed. Let me take a look at it. Actually, I think the corners weren't too bad. Yeah, I have like clamps that I sometimes use to little or no effect usually. Oh yeah, this is probably the worst corner, and then this corner where it looks like there's a little bit of lifting. But I mean, once I shift it around, it kind of looks a little bit better. Well, yeah, Onwin, I agree, but also the centering isn't the best. So it would be a mix of the two. But I'm gonna send it in anyways. You know, a part of me thinks that they have seen a gazillion of these gray felt hat Pikachus, so they'll just be like, okay, just give it a 10. It's got like a high gem rate, whatever. Oh, it doesn't even have a high gem rate or whatever, but yeah. I don't know what the 9 goes for compared to raw, but I want to. Can we all normalize 9s at least covering the cost of grading? But yeah, gray felt hat Pikachu. Let's run the poll here. I imagine I'm gonna guess like a 50-50. I think like half of you think this is. Actually, I think less. I think like 30% of you are gonna think this is a. Yeah, psychological play for sure, but because I honestly I feel like with the Korean Dittos, it has such a reputation of being such a well quality controlled card that people just look at it and be like, okay, I don't want to spend any more time. This is a 10. Yeah, modern 9s will. I mean, with the modern 9, you're kind of hoping that it is at least the raw price. But I mean, that's got to change eventually with how strict PSA these days. Okay, Gray Felt Hat Pikachu out of the way, and we have a couple really decent cards left, guys. So only 2 more cards left. Next up, and couldn't go a whole stream without showing some derpy cards, right? We're the Eevee Snorlax tag team. Komiya. Original Super Mommy. Yeah, I love this card. And the centering looks really good, so I'm not even going to bother with the centering. Here's the left, here's the right, here's top, and here is bottom. So centering looks really good. And let's just go through. I think with these tag teams, you have to go through a little bit more rigorously with the front because of these borders. These yellow corners sometimes lose a little bit of their paint. But honestly, it looks pretty good. These were from tins, I believe. These were tin promos, right, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Poke Casino. I always thought that the Snorlax was eating like baby Eevees, and that honestly made me love this card even more. This card is something I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what the point of art is, right, guys? It's supposed to evoke something. Is that a spirit tomb in the back? I can't tell. But yeah, maybe, and sometimes you don't know what that feeling is, but as long as it evokes a feeling out of you, then it is art, right, guys? If someone knows if that Y line is part of the art or not, it's blatant though, and not. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I think this front of this card looks pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're eating pears, right? But I'd like to think they're eating baby Eevees. In normal arm right above Eevee ear. Oh, this white line here. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think that's the outline of his body, Anwin. I think that's the outline of his body, probably. Yeah, Big Pack. I'm trying to nail down the lighting. But yeah, something I'll have to work on. Because the lighting makes a huge difference when we're looking at these cards. But honestly, guys, I think the front is pretty decent. I don't think there's anything on the front that would lead me to believe that this is not a 10. But definitely let me know. Definitely let me know if you guys agree with me. All right, now here's the back. I mean, the corner looks decent. Let me see. I'm gonna have to lift this up to avoid the light. Yeah, the corner looks good. Seeing like a brown smudge there, that's weird. That's kind of disconcerting, really. Where's my microfiber? One sec. Okay, yeah, it's still there. So that might be something I try to remove with like water or something. But yeah, right now I'm not going to try that. Or maybe I'll just breathe on it for a sec. Yeah, Keck, the front looks really clean, but seeing some issues with this back now. Repair videos when, dude, I don't have any of that type of knowledge. I mean, the extent of my repairs is like just trying to flatten a card in a book. Indiscriminate brown substance. Yeah, the back is not looking the best, guys. The back is not looking the best. We're seeing like some smudges. I mean, I don't think there's any structural damage to the card. We're just seeing some smudges here. Straight up from the game. Yeah, right here. There's a brown smudge. Ding in the card by the edge of the card design and blue border. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of like artifacts here on Lin. I just don't know what those are. I'm just going to have to like try to use some liquid or something. Bottom right. I mean, we're just seeing just like general wear, but there's no structural damage to the card. This looks like a 9 because of the bag. Yeah, if bottom left looks really good too. Just seeing some like print lines or just wear from cards being shuffled about. But yeah, it's not the crazy thing is like there's zero structural damage. I feel like the corners and the edges look really clean. It's just all the smudges, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to just get like someone's chat said, just like a Q-tip and maybe like a bit of water, or like yeah, just a bit of water and see if I can get it out. Although I hear people use like lens cleaner or something. I think that's what I think that's the rumor of what Kurt's card care actually is. It's just lens cleaner, like a little bit of alcohol and water, like 99% water and 1% rubbing alcohol. What are you using to look at the cards? This is a digital microscope, 2 megapixel, 1080p. Baby oil. But yeah, I mean, the card... Okay, so let's end the poll for... Oh, so 39% think that Pika has a chance of getting a 10. Eevee Snorlax tag team. Bacon grease. Yeah, I saw that video. That video was hilarious. Okay. So that is the Eevee and Snorlax, and we are down to our last card. And I kind of saved the best for last, sort of. Mostly because I have no idea how to pre-grade this card. Okay, final card for the night, guys. Articuno from Fire Red Leaf Green with this disgusting cracked ice hollow pattern. I'm pretty sure this card in a 10 is like absolutely disgustingly expensive. And I think I got this in a 9, or I think this might have been like an 8. And I was like, dude, this card looks really good. I mean, like the corners and the edges, like centering looks good. Centering looked good. And then the back, I didn't see any like noticeable wear. I'm guessing what brings this down would possibly be scratches on the hollow. And it was hard to see on the picture. So I just thought, you know, F it. We'll see. We'll take a little bit of risk. And I am a degenerate after all. Yeah, I love this hollow pattern too. Cracked ice. They need to bring this back. I mean, it's perfect for Articuno. I love Snorlax, but the back was not 10. Yeah, I agree. Original Super Mommy, the back was not a 10, but the front was so good. The front was so good that I think it still has a very slight chance. It's funny to me that the cool hollow patterns of today were the patterns used on fake cards in early 2000s. Yeah, I mean, there's some really fake looking hollow patterns. You see a lot of those, I think, in like the Chinese cards these days, because they go wild with the hollow patterns. too many minor flaws, and that thing was even more noticeable when you shipped it. Yeah, there was like a death by 1,000 cuts with that Eevee Snorlax, but I'm hoping that I can lift some of them out with just some water and a Q-tip. We'll see. I chose PSA 10 for Eevee and Snorlax, banking on PSA's mediocrity. Yeah, I mean, I think it still has a chance, you know? I mean, the front looks so good. Okay. Let's look at this card. I already see like some hollow scratches. But at the same time, like with this hollow pattern, kind of hard to tell if it's just a scratch or if it's just a part of the hollow pattern. And I'm guessing that would be why this got a lower grade. What tier do you usually submit in? I usually submit through GameStop. Except for certain cards, then I'll go directly through the PSA. Yeah, looks a little bit hazy. Original Super Your Mama. You're right. I think I might just put like some bacon grease on this thing and brighten this right up. Yeah, I'm honestly, I think if I were to decide to polish this card would actually be look very, very shiny. But I mean, I don't know. Did you guys see any noticeable damage? I kind of didn't. Oh, the only thing was what Original Super Mommy said, that it looked a little like cloudy. Too scared to send. I mean, I've sent a lot of high value cards through GameStop and I've never had a problem. And the one time I did have a problem, it was I got the card back, but then it was on FedEx because the box was jacked up and I had 2 slabs that had cracks in them. I sent them in to get reholdered, and then my GameStop manager, he just refunded me just straight up. I think it might have even been out of his own pocket, like $60. He used his own card, I think. But yeah, I mean, of course, I guess it depends on your local GameStop, but yeah, he was fantastically cool about it because they didn't really have a process for reimbursing for broken slabs. But yeah, they use that cloudy look to make the hollow pattern pop. Pretty sure it's intentional. Okay, well, I don't know, Anwen, are you seeing any like noticeable, like, okay, so I thought I saw a scratch here, but honestly, this could just be part of the hollow pattern too, because it is running perpendicular too. Like right there. I don't know. Hollow has a scratch on center left. Okay. Like, I see scratches everywhere now, guys. I'm seeing so many scratches now, but then I look a little bit longer and then I see another line running parallel that could be part of the hollow. Yeah, Keg McKeckles for sure. I mean, that's how you run a business, dude. You gotta put your customers first, and everything will fall in line after. So yeah, I don't know. This is tough, guys. This is tough. This is why I saved it till the end. This is like the end game of pre-grading Pokemon cards. Because if, like, Onwin said that this was intentional to have this cloudy look, then you probably wouldn't want to try to brighten it up a bit. Yeah, that's the only thing with GameStop, with how much they're charging for sealed. Yeah. But, I mean, that's how much LGS is charged. But at the same time, those are like mom and pop shops, so whatever. Yeah, Poke Casino, this is the final boss of grading cards. Because the centering looks really good, right? Centering is like near perfect. Like, I think this is actually like 50-50 centering. Let's since it's the last card, we'll measure. Okay, right border is 110. Left border is 112, so already off to a good start. top is 111. Bottom is 107. Okay, so yeah, this is basically a perfectly centered card for sure. For sure. Yeah, I know, right, Maclog? Because there's a billion scratches on this card. Yeah, this card, the centering is so nice. But let's look at the back, guys. Let's look at the back. Yeah, they have Q&A, but like many times I'll be like, how did this pass multiple passes or stages of grading? Okay, so can you wipe it down? Tilt it up. Okay, so seeing like, I don't think there's like slight whitening top left corner, but I don't think it's actually damage. I think it's just it's just lifting a little bit, but then also definitely seeing like very faint top edge wear, but I think that just might be like extra material. I might be able to just press it down. He used 2 passes of Hyper Potion. Yeah, it's still there a little bit. But right corner, yeah, seeing a little bit of damage there, faint damage. We see a little bit of the blue paint cracking away at that corner, and then further whitening top right. This is from the previous slab from the shaking around. You know, could be, man, could be. So yeah, not the best back of the card so far. Yep, definitely see, let me get this into better focus. Definitely see some whitening, but hold on. Yeah, I don't think it's like actual damage though, because it goes away as I tilt the card, and it don't really see it with the naked eye, to be honest. And yeah, definitely a very noticeable chip on the bottom left. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Give me a sec, guys. I had like sort of like a piece of cardboard where I could just leave the card in there and tilt the cardboard around, but I don't know where it went. I'm just gonna make one up right now. 1 second. Okay, so that bottom right corner. So actually, bottom right corner looks pretty good now against this white backdrop. then if we tilt it up or down, actually, yeah, it seems some metallic stuff there actually. That's weird. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, some iridescent stuff there, which is weird. Yeah, definitely interesting. No idea what that is though. But I mean, the biggest reason for this probably getting an 8 or 9, I think it might have been even like a 7, is this white chip here. Let me check, actually. Let me check. Articuno. There we go. PSA 6. This was a 6, guys. And I looked at it and I was like, dude, the centering is so clean. And there's that white dot, but like, does this not look from these pictures? Although I see like 2 dimples here. What the heck? I mean, does this not look like it does? It would be way more than a 6. Let's see what this is in a 10, actually. Yeah, it's a 3,000. No, it's a $1,400 card. It's looking like an 8 at minimum. Yeah, I think it's an 8 at minimum for sure. Although not for sure, but yeah. It's still decent card at an 8. $200 card, whereas before it was a $100 card. I got it out of a gold pack. If that's a 6, girls think I'm a 10 at the bar. Maybe they do McHeckles. And it would be an honest 10. All those girls are tag graders, not PSA. What happened with the GameStop refund from April? So GameStop is not going to refund us April. They think, or PSA told them that PSA believes that the valuation is correct and thus we are not going to do a refund. Definitely going to make a video out of it though. There's got to be some. Okay, so I saw it, like there are 2 dimples here, right? You guys are seeing this? 2 dimples here. So let's look at the microscope and see if those actually show up. They were above the E, seems like. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't think I see it because we should have seen it by now with the way the light is reflecting. Wouldn't be on the bottom of it. No. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, this is probably on the slab or something. Can I be honest? I don't want to be like rude, but other than a terrible valuation, I think it might be difficult with PSA because so many people have talked about the valuation. I don't know. I mean, these days I feel like PSA thinks they're too big to fail, so I don't think they care about their public perception anymore. No ink errors. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, besides that bottom left ding, I mean, I think this card is really nice. But yeah, let's see what the people think, guys. So Eevee Snorlax, oh wow, 57% of you think that the Eevee Snorlax will gem up. But let's see what you guys think about this Articuno. And this is going to be the final card of the night, guys. Yeah, for sure regrade, Aaron Houston. For sure regrade. Imagine it comes back at 10. Little to no shot, but a boy can hope, right? Misprint. I'll look into that, Onwin. I'll look into it. But yeah, that is. I think those are all the cards. If you guys want a preview of the next set of cards that I have, that I want to get pre-graded. Some of these cards are crazy. So you're definitely gonna want to stick around for that video. I'll save the best for last, I guess. But it accelerates quite quickly, guys. It accelerates quite quickly. Okay, so first off, we have this Tag Team Gardevoir Sylveon. Tag Team Gardevoir Sylveon in an 8. In an 8. And yeah, I don't know. Thought it looked pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any damage on the corners. Centering isn't the best though, so yeah. Burger Chew giveaway when? We already did a Burger Chew giveaway today. Sorry, Aaron Houston. Next up, and it accelerates quickly. We have the Rayquaza from Evolving Skies. In a freaking 9, guys. In a freaking 9. Centering, not the best, to be sure. Centering, not the best, but also within reason, if I'm being honest. Within reason, for sure. And yeah, I thought the back looked decent, too. Right? I mean, I'm just going very quickly, but I mean, it looks pretty good. Honestly, it looks pretty good. But if you guys thought that we were even in the stratosphere of the cards that we'll be looking up, then let me show you this one. The Munch Eevee, guys. The Munch Eevee. Beta, maybe. I'm not gonna go in depth now because this is just sort of like a preview while we wait for that while we wait for the Articuno poll. But yeah, the Munch Eevee. Centering, not the best, but yeah, I got a PSA 9. Yeah, I mean, these corners look decent. Okay, and the final, but the best card. We got a Glurak. We got Blaine's Glurak Hollow, first edition. In a PSA 9. Very modern cert. PSA 10, I believe this is like a $13,000 card. let's look at it real quick. Blaine's Charizard, or Blaine's Glurak. Yeah, $14,000 card in a PSA 10. Hate this, sorry. Yeah. It's okay. It does look like he's barfing, I guess. But can't argue with a $14,000 card here, guys. Yes, I'm going to figure out a punishment for myself, Luke, after this. Yeah, there was a legendary collection, Glurak. Aaron Houston, oh my god. You almost got me too. You almost got me too. But yeah, that's just a little bit of a preview for the next video. No idea when I'm going to host another one of these very chill streams. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this was pretty cool, very chill. And I mean, we can't be opening power packs every day, right, guys? That's just ridiculous. Oh, also, forgot about this too. Rocket's Mewtwo. Hollow, first edition from Gym Challenge. Also in the 9. Very, very cool card. We did open power packs today. You're right, Loop. We opened just a couple. Ugly Mewtwo. Return to Drift to Sea. You know, I might, Matlock. I might. Maybe I'll try to get some cheap gambling for you guys. April, I'm gonna make a follow-up video showing exactly how their valuations are off. So definitely check that out. But okay, so gonna end this poll. Articuno. So only 33% of you. Oh, okay, yeah. Articuno is gonna be a tough 10, but I think as long as it gets like a 9, I'm perfectly happy with that. Okay, but punish yourself with spectrum. Okay, Robin. Oh, thank you, Robin. Yeah, I like this more chill, more laid back stream too. Can you make a personal collection video? Maybe. Yeah, I have too many right now. I'm trying to pare down my collection, especially because I do want to start vending, and that's probably the best way to lighten up the old collection. But yeah, that is about it. Let me know if you guys think this is some decent content. And yeah, there's gonna be a long form video about with all these slabs. Whenever PSA decides to grade these cards, so it'll probably be in like a couple months. But yeah, then you'll be able to see if the cards you thought would gem up actually do gem up. So I think it should make some pretty decent content. It'll just take a really long time. Show me the Snorlax. Okay. What part of the Snorlax would you like to see original Super Mommy? Oh, you just want to see it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, and honestly, thank you guys so much for being part of this. I honestly didn't think anyone would join these because it's not power packs, and it's, you know, you have to be a certain type of collector to enjoy this stuff. And can I just say, we are all in it for the art. This is now an art appreciation portion of the channel. So all you guys are very, very fancy, very, very cultured art appreciators. So thank you very much. Yeah, and not sure when the next time we'll be doing this is going to be, but then this coming Wednesday will be our battle royale. We're going to do 2 golds and 2 silvers per team, and it should be fun time. I mean, the silvers we got pretty much blasted throughout, so I have to believe that the silvers are going to turn around for the upcoming stream. So that's going to be this Wednesday. Spots are still open. So definitely consider joining. Only if you have money to spare, guys. Only if you have money to spare, because like I like to reiterate, you're very likely to lose money. So yeah, caveat there. But anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out in this very chill stream, and have a great rest of your night, and even better rest of your week. Good night.